What's up, everyone? It's the interview queen Alicia Toot here, and be sure to watch True Heel Heat.
Hey guys, it's Thunder Rosa and welcome to True Heel Heat.
All right, hello, True Heel Heat. I'm the AEW World Champion MJF. Just in case you're deaf, dumb, blind, stupid, or since you listen to this podcast, or you're listening to True Heel Heat, and I apologize for that.
Hello. It is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. We are live on the True Hill Heat YouTube and Facebook for AEWramble episode 117, Devil versus Cleaner. We're here to discuss last night's AEW Dynamite as only we can. I, of course, am joined by the man of 52,000 subscribers. You go to him for your TV and movie reviews, as well as your honest criticisms of Tony Khan and AEW. He is Jimmy Macram.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Two things. You did that little preview in the beginning. Alicia who?
Alicia Toot.
A two?
A Toot.
How do we spell that?
ATOUT.
Okay, very important information.
She just got a new OnlyFans alert. What? Huh? What? Go ahead.
Oh, OnlyFans. Damn it. All right. I'll take a peek at least. Also, I do
anonymous name. It's just Jimmy Macram spelled backwards.
Wrestling fan 06854.
Yimmy shapabam.
I also number two, I want to apologize to some of you, to SP3, and to some of you other losers. I did dog you guys out for your match rating system that goes above 5 stars because that makes no fucking sense. You're still wrong, clearly, but I was a little rude, I will admit, at times, and I just watched like 5 or 6 Walter matches from NXT. And when I got to Walter versus Dragunov 1, I was I had an out-of-body experience. I was like, this is better than 5 stars. This is the closest thing to Bret Austin I've ever seen in my life. I don't know what to do. Now, I haven't come up with a solution yet, but
I don't blame you. I don't blame. That was one match where when I first saw it, I was like 4 3/4 because I was like, it's in an empty building that the crowd adds something to it. But then I watched it like 2 more times, and I was just like, no, this is like a snuff film. This is like
Bravo!
art. This is like art.
That was my thought. There were several times where I was like, I don't think I should be watching this. It feels illegal that I'm watching this.
My missus, shout out to her. Thank you. I'm away. I miss her and the family, of course. I'm in Chicago right now for the Stat King's wedding, but she is like kind of been away from current wrestling. She watched that match though, and she is like a fan of both guys. Like she is like Ilya Dragunov is the person that she's like, I just want to see him win. Like we watched the second Gunther and Ilya Dragunov matchup. Like I made her watch that because I was like, yeah, you got to see him do the triumph, finally overcome this. And she watched that and she was like, oh, thank you. She was like, I feel good for him. I'm happy for him. I'm rooting for him. And then the Gunther, she's just like, yeah, he's just a monster. He's just a monster. I made her watch some of his matches from before WWE with like Will Ospreay and Jordan Devlin, JD McDonough. Like, yeah, she was like, yeah, he's just different.
Something else. Though Dragunov is clearly I don't want to say the tougher. That's the wrong word. But if you watch that match closely enough, I might have watched it twice. It's not important. The important thing is, while Walter will like move away from some shots because he knows they're coming, Dragunov just eats them all. And Walter's a gigantic man. And that was back in the day. He was even giganticer. I love that fucking match. You call it the snuff film. I was trying to find a good way to describe it. I couldn't. That's about as close as it gets. It feels kind of illegal. Kids shouldn't watch it. I love that match. It's like strong style with like King's Road. It just felt kind of gross. I was like, yes, please.
Yeah.
And no crowd was even better. It was just like you could hear him screaming in pain. I was like, holy shit, this is amazing.
It is one thing, but it's just like I like the second match a little bit more because I was like, it's the comeback and everything, and it's the crowd adds a little bit more to it. So I do prefer that one over it. But yeah, I think both matches are
They're
5
awful
stars.
people, sir.
And then you also watch Bait. You told me Bait and Gunther. That was his first 5-star match of his WWE run.
Crowd ruined it. These fucking psychopaths who are in love with themselves through these stupid chants standing up. I was like, shut the fuck up. This is fucking brilliant what we're watching, and you're putting yourself over. It made me sick. Ugh.
Of course, it's not AEWramble if we don't start off talking about completely not what we're supposed to be talking about. But yes, we are here for AEWramble to review last night's AEW Dynamite as only we can. We appreciate you if you are joining us live, if you are watching us on demand. Remember to show your support back in the simplest way possible. Drop the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the True Hill Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. That is all the stuff you can do for free. You could also sound off in the live chat, sound off in the comments down below if you're watching us on demand. Give us your thoughts on last night's AEW Dynamite, or if Gunther is the GOAT, because it seems like Jimmy is putting Gunther into the GOAT conversation. We already give him the 9th spot. We still got a 10th spot in our A+ division of wrestlers. But Ilya's getting up there. I think Ilya just needs like 2-3 more years like he's been running, because he's been the man in NXT for the past year. So
wow. Really?
Yeah.
That's what?
Why did you I think you watched the Dijak match, right? The last man standing match. That match.
Long, like a waiting list. Like you got Flair and Rollins, and people weren't even mad about that. They were really mad about fucking us not having AJ Styles on it. Pete old about that.
AJ Styles is like the top of the A class. Top of the A class. Why can't he be top of the A class? We got Negro Buck in the live chat. Sound off in the live chat. We love seeing y'all. We got G Loke. Shouts out to G Loke in New York. He says, what it do at True Hill Heat? Let's go. Hit that like button, because I know we in for a treat. Woo! Yes, he loves AEWramble. Loves to hear Jimmy punchlines. He said he has to keep up with your punchlines. We got we got Ace who says, "What's up, SP3, Jimmy and Chad?" We got Roxy in the chat who says, "Good morning, everyone." We got Ace who says, "Jimmy, are you going to watch AEW Collision this Saturday? Devil versus Cleaner."
I will at least watch that match. I do want to support this new booking philosophy. Well, I shouldn't call it that. It's been a couple weeks. But yes, why are we holding back? Below the load, get to it. I'm here for it.
Hey, it's us. It's us, the people that review AEW that force Tony Khan's feet to the fire and make him do stuff like this.
Yeah, do some work, motherfucker. The cocaine.
Be creative. Who cares if some people go, "Oh, it's only on a 3-day build"? I don't give a hell. I'm trying to get this rating up.
Right? You ain't making no money off that shit. Put it up.
And it's like people. I had Romeo who talks about he says yes, SP3 argued with me about giving Ilya and Walter 5 stars. Yes, I did. I can admit when I was wrong. I admitted when I was wrong. After I watched it a second time. After I watched it a second time, I was like, yeah, I can see that. When I'm at 4 3/4, if it's a quarter star, it's like, yeah, I can see where you would view it's 5 stars. But then I watched it a third time and I was just like, no, this is art. I think I was sipping wine or something. It was like, I was watching
I watched the match and the bait match back to back, and I went, I can't have the bait match 5 stars because these two matches are not in the same ballpark. They're not in the same league. This is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. It might be my favorite match ever. I can't even explain it. Sorry, Austin. My favorite match ever.
Christopher Kidd saying Jimmy losing his touch with this quasi-apologizing foolishness.
No. This is what we call building equity. Because you all know that I apologize. So when I refuse to apologize, you know that it's not a gimmick. He really doesn't think Matt Jackson's very good. He isn't. He is not. I refuse. He is not. Sorry.
There we go. We do got a super chat donation from the one and only Caden Lee. Thank you so much, Caden Lee.
They go on Twitter. I don't see how this is going to work. This is absolutely ridiculous, Sid.
Yes, we do, Caden. Thank you, Caden. He says, I did not like this episode. Book ended well, though.
Nope. I don't know how much I'm getting since October. I don't know how much I'm getting at the end of November, but nope, it should be $1 less. Not interested. So we come back and talk about NXT versus AEW. The Tuesday Night Wars.
Yes. You gotta send another super chat donation, Caden, for your crime.
For your crimes, where you thought both were getting 900,000 and NXT would win.
Look in the chat. He says, well. Can't block me here, Caden.
Nope. You unblock Romeo and fucking come here and explain yourself. He's all uppity on his Twitter page still. I can't believe I came on vacation and they're fucking texting me about some stupid AEW NXT. No. I don't care how long it takes. Come back here and explain yourself. Nope.
Agreed. He's like, what did I do? I didn't do anything. I'm trying to live my life. Say, Romeo, did Caden unblock you yet? Yeah, like, really? We still. This was weeks ago. Wasn't this weeks ago? This was like 2 weeks ago now. Negro Bug saying AJ Styles forever on top of the A class. See, even a big fan of AJ Styles, like Negro Bug, says he's top of the A class. That's a good spot for him.
I'm not knocking it. I might cut this list to 5, and you won't like who's on top of the A class then.
Oh God, no. What, the 8? You're gonna cut the A class at 5?
I might have to. This is what we should be doing as people. We should be trying to get the creamiest balls.
I think we got the creme de la creme in the A+.
There we go. We have the 9 best fucking North American / European wrestlers up there, but I think we can get it to 5. We can get like an A++ list.
A++. So who you knocking on? Who's the what? Yeah, wait, I want to hear this already.
I realized this.
We're gonna do it steady. We're just gonna knock a name off every week. We're just gonna knock a name off into the A. That's A plus, and then we're gonna go A plus plus of the.
I was like, why did I give Omega and Ospreay 4 3/4, and then I was fucking 5 minutes into this goddamn Walter match, and I already decided it was 5 stars. I'd already decided 5 minutes in.
I decided that with Omega and Ospreay, so that makes sense.
It's the violence. It feels violent.
People have different type of taste. That was your
good and bad.
No, it's not that. No, stop it. You're
Dragon.
You're ridiculous. It took you 5 times, but you got to 5 stars on Ospreay and Omega.
I won't.
You can take 5 shots. If you only make one of them, congratulations to you.
Dragon, shit. I don't know. It's Dragon and everybody else. We'll figure it out. I gotta be honest. If you made me pick
he's
right now,
I'm only gonna pick one person in the A++.
Ooh, you know what? Yes. Dragon is 5 stars. Everybody else is 4 3/4. You're welcome.
Okay. So if you're putting Dragon in there, I'll put Omega.
Come on, man.
I'll put Omega
together. That's rude.
Yeah, it didn't. No, it's not. The creme de la creme when it comes to North America.
Who's violent? Dragon.
Kenny Omega is violent. Kenny Omega can get violent. Don't do that. Don't do that, Skip. Don't do that, Skip.
Twinkle toes.
Don't do that, Skip. You gonna try to act like you ain't been watching Skip. You ain't been watching Skip. Come on.
Amazing.
Will Chisholm with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Will Chisholm. We appreciate you, good sir.
Let's fucking go.
Will Chisholm saying, so that new pay-per-view WWE going to have got to be Walter versus Ilya. If they don't do Walter versus Ilya next August at Bash in Berlin, they're missing out on a huge opportunity. It should be. I put it out on Believe. My 7 matches I have locked in for WrestleMania. This year. I have 7 matches. 7 matches locked in for WrestleMania. The one that I'm referencing here is Gunther versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Did Gunther win the Rumble?
Yes.
Me too.
From the number 30 spot. Eliminating Cody Rhodes thanks to interference from the Bloodline.
Jesus. There you go. You guys love your fake book ending things. That's not a bell. Look, the story is Cody came in 30 and Walter came in 30 and Walter was number 1. No, it's not a story.
That's building to WrestleMania 41 when it's Gunther versus Cody. They're booking it just like Michaels and Taker. They did 07, 08, and then 09 they were faced at WrestleMania. That's what's gonna be Cody, Gunther, WrestleMania 41.
Gunther Rollins is perfect. They still have the IC belt at this point. Unless he loses in the opener of the Rumble.
I kind of want him to keep it, but I can see them taking it off of him to, give the people on the mid card something to go after in another matchup on the card. So that's why I have like a multi-man matchup in my I'm trying to decide if these are locked in matches for WrestleMania.
Let me see if I can guess these 7.
Yeah, go ahead. It's easy. Gunther Rollins. they're telling us a bunch of them right now.
Roman and Cody.
Yes.
Jimmy and Jay.
Yes.
Becky and Rhea.
Yes.
Do you still have Charlotte and Bianca?
Yes.
Okay. Did you go with our LA Knight and Logan Paul?
Yes, absolutely. That's locked. That's locked now. That's locked in. The one that I'm like iffy on the locked out of all of them is the one that you haven't mentioned is I don't know who's gonna have the tag team titles, but I can see it being Judgment Day versus DIY for the tag team titles at Mania.
Oh, I'm hoping they're broken up by then.
One of my matches that I'm like floating around that I really like though, Sami Zayn versus a returning heel Randy Orton.
Heel Randy Orton against Sami Zayn feels like that could be a menace. This could be some fucking abuse. I'm here for that one. That could be.
We got the polished gent says here for the most raw and unfiltered AEW review show on YouTube. Let's get it started, gentlemen. Thank you so much, polished gent. I appreciate those words. So we gotta put that in the tagline. That see, for your aware, that's the next T-shirt. AEWramble, the most raw and unfiltered AEW review show on YouTube. There you go. You're helping us out, polished gent. And we got another super chat donation from Will Chisholm once again. Thank you so much, Will Chisholm, one of our favorites.
I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
He decided to do something about it 2 years later. Good job. Aren't you a gangster?
I'm gonna go on Twitter. I'm gonna pop some shit. Will Chisholm saying, I do think it's funny that Tony said racism, Hulk Hogan, but we got Ric Flair. I'm not surprised though. Rick has the plane ride from hell, but Tony don't like women, so Rick is okay, I guess.
And he's the GOAT. You the GOAT. You can flash a couple broads. You're welcome.
It was like the fans like reacted and was like, oh, but yeah. It was
yes.
Like,
oh my god. It was like, oh, that's Rick fucking. All right.
Like, why hasn't this happened sooner? Oh yeah.
Oh, it's fucking perfect.
We got Negro Buck in the chat saying, Jimmy, you right though, Dragon, and then everyone else. This works. Yeah.
That's what it is.
I do. I've said Dragon is number 1. But Omega's number 2. That's why I put Omega in there.
Oh my god.
We can discuss everybody else later, I guess.
This guy.
We got Negro Buck saying, I'm here for that, Sid. Cody will still get to finish the story, but he ain't gotta win the Rumble. Give me Gunta. We also got him saying, oh, absolutely. I love Judgment Day versus DIY, and heel Orton versus Sammy would be wild. We got Romeo who says Dave is saying Charlotte versus Jade now at Mania. I guess that'd mean Io and Bianca. They're going to drag that Io and Bianca feud all the way to Mania?
That was my guess, actually. Once I saw Charlotte and Jade, I went yes.
Yeah.
Yes to this.
Yeah.
Io and Bianca and you gotta get Bianca on it. So
yes.
Maybe.
It feels like Bianca's getting pushed aside for Jade. That's what that would feel like, honestly.
It would, yeah. But what if, ready? Here's how we fucking meet in the middle. We do Io and Bianca's for the belt. Charlotte and Jade is just big match.
That's fine. It's still the third match. It's like it could be for a belt, but it's still the third most
Triple H
important.
Jericho.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. That would suck for Bianca. I would feel kind of bad for Bianca.
Hey, that's how you know you've made it. When you're fucking all the way down the mountain.
But what we've seen over the last couple of weeks is that Jade has been appearing more and more on NXT.
She has, and I got to be honest. If she had a nice little, 4-month run at NXT, I would not be upset.
I wouldn't mind Jade being on WrestleMania as NXT Women's Champion, defending against like a Roxanne Perez or a Tiffany Stratton, whoever you feel is the number 2 to Tiffany. That you. Yeah, I think Tiffany would be the number 1 answer if you wanna put Roxanne up there because she's so young and she can be the baby face in between these 2 heel characters. You can do a triple threat.
Catch your question.
But it just feels like Lyra just won the title to lose it to Jade at this point.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. Knock it off. What do you think of that Roxanne Perez Oscar match from the big NXT show?
It was starting to get good and then it ended.
Okay, I gotta watch it again. I was just like,
I think Roxanne is really good. I think she's really good.
People keep saying this.
She just needs to find a character. So I can understand if you're like, oh, I don't see anything in her because you're not into, someone who's good in the ring, just good in the ring. They gotta have something else. So.
I gotta be honest, I didn't see that either.
Okay.
She's fine. She's there. All right.
Well, just I'm saying, who would you have Jade wrestle at Mania? Thank you for the super chat donation, and we shall give you one of Jimmy's favorites.
Weapon in hand, too. And Blackpool Combat Club, they better wear out Kenny as long as they can. Because Hangman's going to come out here.
Do yourself a favor, Annika, and all the rest of you fucking defenders. Go watch Triple H stomp out Lita. He's barely touching her with his fucking tippy toes, and it looks like the most violent fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. And this cocksucker is hitting with the heel of his boot, and it sucks. It
was like from Don't Be a Menace in South Central when they jump homie in the street, and it's just like. Well, just I'm saying, who would you have Jade wrestle at Mania? I think we've come to the decision that it's either got to be Jade versus Tiffany, or like I said, put Roxanne in there to be the babyface in between them.
Yeah, if you're interested in protecting Bianca, then yeah. But if you're not, I'm not mad at Charlotte. Fuck it.
I mean, if you're done with Bianca. Yeah,
you can done. Don't do it like that. Like we're throwing her aside.
It would seem like she has been the big story at WrestleMania as far as the women the last like couple of years, and now Jade's here. It's like, oh, we got our black woman.
There's only one top dog.
Just like they kind of did to Sasha when Bianca came around. They was like, we got our black woman.
Yeah.
And they did to Trinity when Sasha came around. It's like what the hell? It's a never-ending story.
Get to keep your fucking. What is this? The Source Awards? We got fucking one. Hey,
we only get allowed one. We only get allowed one, guys. Sorry. Like Jacqueline was like allowed in right behind Sable. Then she was like, they was like, oh, hold on, hun. We got another person to come in. Jazz, come on down. It's like, yo, this is like a cycle that goes back now 20-something years.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Bianca had a great run, didn't she? 3 years? Yeah. Looking, Austin's run was only 3 years. Be happy. Down the card you go.
Sweet Jesus. We got Negro Buck saying, yeah, Jade on Mania as the NXT Women's Champion would be great. We also got Roxy, who's said, I'm with you, Jimmy. We got Big Hero Chris in the chat, just laughing. And
horrendous.
Frantic Rail saying, what is Becky going to do at Mania? I mean, it's clear as day, Frantic Rail. If you watch WWE television, if they haven't made it clear that Becky Lynch is facing Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania, then you should probably start watching, because that they're making it very, very clear.
Yes, completely. And I'm not mad at it. That still feels like a big match to me. The biggest they could do. Yeah. Alicia Atout doesn't have an OnlyFans.
Oh, she doesn't.
Lied to.
I'm
she
sorry.
Got rid of it, I think.
I
Did you just assume?
No. I no. She had one with Selena Del Renta.
With no nudity, apparently.
No, probably not.
As long as I was in the bio.
She keeps it classy. Shout out to Alicia. We interviewed her before.
You did. I'm gonna check that out.
Yeah. But yes, let's talk. Let's actually get into the show.
Right.
Last night's AEW Dynamite was from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. What did you think about the crowd last night for Dynamite?
What did I think about the crowd? Oh, they're very good. I enjoyed the crowd last night.
Very nice. We started off the show with it came on the air and we didn't get like the opening intro. We went right into an interview with Renee Paquette, who was backstage with AEW World Champion MJF, who said he had to make a call, and on the other end was Adam Cole, baby. MJF says he's asking Cole how he's doing. He said he's glad he got out of that freak's house and was able to get his surgery. How is he feeling? He said he's feeling okay. And then all we hear is Adam. It's Roderick Strong who is wheeled in with the Kingdom, Mike Bennett, and Matt Taven after MJF hangs up the phone when Adam Cole says, "Yeah, I gotta go." Strong said, despite knowing that MJF is behind the devil mask, he says, let's hypothetically say he's not. He says they'll help him in his 8-man tag with the Bullet Club Gold because they have mutual best friends, even though Adam is more my best friend than yours, but I'll help you out. MJF says, "Oh, that's so nice of you," and then shoves Strong's wheelchair down, and the Kingdom have to chase after him. He says tonight, after everything Juice has said about him with the whole thing that he had to write his name on, he says he has a bullet with Robertson's name on it. He's coming for blood tonight in Philadelphia, and he's not going to miss. We see the camera cut, and we see the devil mask once again haunting things as a lingering force of over AEW. I like how they've been steadily giving us more of that, of this whodunit, and you can tell that they're slow burning it with that part of the story. What did you think about this open to the show? I can't hear you, sir. I think you're muted.
Good.
Yeah, good.
MJF's great, obviously. Fucking Roger Strong's ridiculous character is still ridiculous and fun.
Better in person than pre-tapes.
Oh, certainly. And how do I put this nicely? I'm not completely out on the devil mask yet. I still kind of roll my eyes, but I am relatively curious about who it is. How long I'm going to drag this?
Yeah.
Until whatever their version of WrestleMania is. I don't have that kind of time. Can we not? Can we just get to it? Please.
We got another super chat donation from the good brother Will Chisholm. Will Chisholm, once again, he is the one that supports us here on AEWramble. So you got to listen to him.
Listen up, you prick!
And if it was Vince, it's Jade versus Tiffany. If it's Triple H, it's Jade versus Roxanne. It's crazy how we grow with the 4 horsewomen. Imagine the next 5 years going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a completely different lot of women, but you could tell they are building to, I don't know when, maybe like WrestleMania 42, WrestleMania 43, but Bianca and Rhea is like a money matchup that they have just like decided we're going to put it in a chest and we're doing this for way down the road.
Yeah, I don't agree with that philosophy. I don't like us just assuming that shit's going to be there when you get to it.
Because the 4 horsewomen at Mania was there for them and they never got to do it.
There's that. Listen, Bianca and Rhea to me is the biggest, as of right now, until Jade does something, it's the biggest matchup you can make. I don't know why they're against making it. I'd do it I would have done it this Mania, and I would have done Becky at SummerSlam, but fuck it.
I would have done it last Mania. I would have had Rhea be the one that ended Bianca's title reign. But
how's that? You'd have moved her down the card already. See? Already out on Bianca. You're knocking them. How dare you?
It's all about the rise up. Rise up. And she has to get through Jade Cargill to get to the rise up. That the next big Mania matchup for her.
I'm just against this booking philosophy. We hold off on everything until WrestleMania in general. Just fucking give me the match. Give me the fucking match.
Just give me the fucking match I want, please. We got Will Chisholm with another super chat donation. Thank you, Will Chisholm.
But don't push me. That's Tupac.
I miss Stokely so much.
We got Will Chisholm who says, I gotta ask, who's the top black women in AEW?
If you're counting ROH, it's Athena. Otherwise,
yes,
it's Willow.
It's Willow, Nyla Rose. That's it. I'm just naming women at this.
Random Negroes.
Black women. I'm just naming black women at this point. Kira Hogan. We got Excalibur welcomed us to the show alongside Tony Schiavone and Taz as Juice Robinson comes down to the ring. MJF comes down, and we have our opening contest with the AEW Dynamite Diamond Ring up for grabs as MJF defends for the 5th time here in this matchup. And what we got was a relatively very good, fun matchup, very lively crowd into the whole new MJF babyface character, and he was a fired up babyface going right after Juice Robinson, splitting him open by throwing him into the ring post. MJF was hungry for blood. He was angry and trying to get revenge on Juice Robinson, and it really felt like a grudge match for once with these Dynamite Diamond Rings. I feel like the past matches for the Diamond Ring has just been Babyface B versus MJF. This felt like an actual rivalry building into this. So you got that throughout the matchup with how aggressive and intense it was. As it seems like MJF has the clear advantage. You have Jay White come out. He distracts MJF, but he's able to overcome the assault from Juice Robinson and various interference from the Guns at ringside. He gets the crowd fired up, hits a kangaroo kick. The Guns interfere. Juice Robinson tries to use his own Cubus Zirconian TJ Maxx ring, but MJF puts on his diamond ring. He punches Juice Robinson in the face. He knocks the Guns off the apron and then hits the Heat Seeker to retain the Dynamite Diamond Ring. After the matchup, Bullet Club Gold jumps MJF. It seems like Roderick Strong and the Kingdom is going to come down and make the save, but they fail to do that as the Guns dispatch of them very quickly. And then the Acclaim comes down to make the real save. We get Bullet Club Gold on the stage. Jay White says that MJF needs to stop worrying about everybody else. He needs to stop worrying about Kenny. He needs to stop worrying about Samoa Joe. He needs to stop worrying about Wardlow. It was like he had that pause, like he's trying to think of how many people is going after this guy. He's like, I'm the guy you need to worry about. I have the Bang Bang belt, and we're taking everything from you, which brought the Guns into things as they challenged MJF for the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Championship, and they want him to defend at AEW Full Gear before his matchup with Jay White in the main event. Very strategic plan by Bullet Club Gold, trying to weaken MJF before the championship, but MJF, being the fighting champion that he is now, accepts the challenge. He also says that he wants that 8-man tag. He said he will find 3 friends, he will fight Bullet Club Gold, and he will get back the Triple B. He gives it up to the crowd, and then we hear Roddy, who says, Max! MJF says, I'm right here, Roddy. I'm literally right here. He says, you're going to pick us, right? He says, you're going to pick us. He's like, MJF says, well, mid-Mike, mid-Matt, and Roddy the Simp Strong. He says, why don't you put those 2 big boys on your lap and ride your ass down off a cliff, you bland bitch. And then and the Acclaim then say, Max Caster says, so you're going to pick us, right? MJF says that he's known Max since he was 18 years old, and he's never liked him. He said he wouldn't team up with him if his body was full of flames and he was the only way of getting out. Max Caster responds and says, what? He responds and says, so you're saying I have a chance? Anthony Bowen says, you're not going to learn. He says, and Max, you're not going to learn. He says, everyone loves the Acclaimed. Max Caster asks MJF to scissor him. The fans want it, but MJF closes the scissors and he says, not a chance. As he walks up the ramp, he is met by the cleaner, Kenny Omega. He comes out. They have a face-off. Omega says that MJF has something that he wants, but Omega has something that MJF wants as well. MJF says, how about Collision this Saturday for the AEW World Championship and for the record of longest reigning champion, MJF versus Kenny Omega for the first time ever for the AEW World Championship. Both men shake hands, and MJF says, may the best man win, and he will. because my name is Maxwell Jacob Freeman, and I'm better than you, and you know it. And Kenny Omega says, well, we must bid the fans adieu, goodbye, and good night. And then as MJF walks away, he says, 3 days, bitch. And it's on. MJF versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship, for the record of the longest reigning AEW World Champion in history, this Saturday in Connecticut. AEW Collision, the Devil versus the Cleaner. This was probably one of the most tight and entertaining 30 minutes open to AEW in a very long time, and just centered around one person. It was MJF, and the fact that the MJF Adam Cole, not only did it facilitate, MJF becoming a babyface, it's really opened up the possibilities for him as a character. It seems like anyone he interacts with, they immediately feel a lot more interesting than they did prior to interacting with MJF. And like Kenny Omega is someone who should always feel like a top star, but because he's been dealing with the Don Callis family for so long, for the past 6 months, he's kind of felt like they haven't really focused on it all the time. He hasn't felt like angry all the time at Don Callis, but immediately when he's in there with MJF, it's got interest in the fans. It's got people into him again, and it feels like Kenny Omega is one of the top stars again. So I love the use of MJF ever since this Better Than You Baby program. Love this 30 minutes. Fun matchup. Promo work was good. What did you think?
It's not where I thought you were going when you were talking about Kenny Omega not being interesting or as important as he should feel. I thought you were going to blame the Elite, which you should, because the group is dead. It is what it is. We're still doing this. Listen to the crowd when they came out. It's fucking embarrassing. That aside, all this was great. I love MJF for 30 minutes at a time. Big pause. You said it in a long while. I would say since him and Punk used to spar for 30 minutes. That first promo they had opening the show. Yeah, right.
Yeah. What, MJF and Punk?
Punk.
Yeah,
Right? Did I open the show, the first one?
Yeah, because that led into Punk versus QT Marshall, and MJF was on commentary.
I'm not going to start yelling again. I love you, CM Punk, but how much fucking of your body did you waste against fucking QT Marshall and fucking Matt Sydal? And what the fuck are we doing? Anyway, that's not important. What's up with this? MJF was great. The match was really good. I thought the finish felt weird for some reason. I don't know if it was the camera work. I don't know if the crowd couldn't see exactly what the fuck was going on. I thought it was like a really cool finish that just kind of, I don't know. I was the only one excited for it, it looked like. Promo after was good. This is all very hokey stuff with Roderick Strong. But I gotta be honest, I do enjoy it. Roderick Strong in person is fun. I'm right here. I'm right next to you.
He's somewhat endearing.
Yes. I can't believe this is Roderick Strong. This is wild. The least personality having motherfucker ever.
Ever.
I don't want it to be the Acclaimed. I mean, you all know it's going to be, obviously.
I kind of feel.
Give me, because somebody mentioned it already.
You have Bullet Club Gold. You have Bullet Club Gold interfere in this match on Saturday, and it's the Elite.
Oh my God, it's not where I thought you were going. Oh, God damn it. No Elite. What the fuck?
I think it's the Elite against Bullet Club Gold. And you do for the title match at Full Gear. We'll get into it later. I think it's going to be Samoa Joe as his partner against the Guns.
No, don't. Just don't. We don't need the Elite. We just need Kenny. That's it. Love you, Nick. But you want to hang out with your brother.
You just want Nick, Hangman, and Kenny? You want that? You want to pick the members of the Elite?
I don't mind getting rid of fucking Hangman either at this point.
Oh, wow. Sorry. This guy's outrageous.
I like Hangman, but not that much.
This guy's outrageous.
I thought you were going to say we'd go with MJF's opponents. They all follow the Samoa Joe line of keeping MJF safe for when they take him out. So you go with fucking Joe, fucking Wardlow.
It's like a murderous row of everyone who wants to kill MJF as his partner. What?
Omega, by the way, they come across like a big star here, as he should always. He's the only one of the see, I can't help but be mean, but they're just facts. He's the only one in the elite that draws a rating ever. I know you guys don't like to hear this.
He does.
This is not me being mean. It is what it is.
Hangman did good with Swerve in the build up to Wrestle.
Good with Swerve, huh?
Yeah.
Shocking. Yeah.
He did
a big rating with Roman that day. I remember that.
You know what? Comparing Swerve Strickland to Roman Reigns? That's outrageous. That's one of the most outrageous comparisons.
Tiffany Stratton is the biggest draw
on this show.
Tiffany Stratton is the biggest draw in NXT. Did you see what she did with Becky? Huge rating with Becky. Huge. I don't know how she did it.
Okay, that's better comparison than freaking Swerve Strickland to Roman Reigns. Like, Swerve Strickland can get to that level, I believe. I think he's that talented, and we'll talk about him because we got what we wanted. We booked it. Thank you, Tony, for watching us. We appreciate it. We appreciate when you watch the program. But yes, we do have a super chat donation here from the Negro Buck, Nick Jackson. Negro Buck, get you one of these.
I'm hurt and I'm old and I'm fucking tired and I work with fucking children.
I miss you, sir. Cut great promos by accident.
Negro Buck saying they saving Rhea and Bianca got a rainy day, but why? I believe they're like, we got so many matches. We don't need to do Rhea and Bianca at WrestleMania 40. We got Rhea and Becky. And then they were like, but what is Rhea gonna do for the next year? And they're like, she's just gonna interact with the men. And she stayed over because of that. I mean, it hasn't helped out the rest of the division too much. I feel like Becky's NXT title run did more for the division, but that's going to help out Rhea in the long run, I hope.
Yeah. Steve Austin didn't have to fucking build the rest of the division up. It's not my job. It's me and Vince. I had nothing to do with the rest of you bums. Get out of here. I'm getting you all paid. You're welcome.
You're welcome, sons of bitches. We got Romeo who says SP3 is right on both those predictions.
I think so. Once you mentioned the elite, as grossed out as I was, it feels right.
Yeah, because I feel like they could do a time limit draw, but maybe you have them interfere. But it feels like if you do that, it feels like Kenny's getting farther and farther away from the Don Callis family. Did they move on and they decided that this is now Jericho's story? It felt like that on this episode. It felt like Kenny is he's now focused on the title again, and he's like, I'm just gonna let it be. I'm gonna move on from Don, and now it's Jericho's problem.
But considering we didn't get any Don Takeshi this episode, my thought was they'd cost him this match somehow.
Yeah, I feel like you can have a whole big. I feel like the main event of Full Gear as well as this match, you have the potential to do your own Bloodline Judgment Day, which is basically just WWE going back to the Attitude Era booking of let's throw as many people involved in this, make this crazy entertaining finish with so many people involved where you can have Kenny Omega versus MJF. You can give us 20 solid minutes of them wrestling, touching for the first time in the ring together, one-on-one. And then you have Jay White come out and Bullet Club Gold come out and Takeshita and Powerhouse Hobbs and Don Callis family. And then the Elite come out to have his back. Then you have Next Strong come out to have MJF's back. And the Acclaim come out. It could be a mess. A whole giant mess. But people that draws ratings. It seems like that always draws ratings for AEW. These big schmoz bras because they're always fun.
So much fun. They got no story. All right, I'm gonna stop turning this off. They got no story. You're the two baddest women on the planet, at least on the brand. What do you mean? Rhea has a belt. Becky wants the belt. That's the story. You don't need to add Deborah McMichael. The two biggest stars in the company. What do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? That's the story.
Oh, we got Joel Pearl, the good brother in the chat, who says Jericho overtaking a story. Cool. Surprise.
Did he not give you a squash match? Give Jericho a break. Welcome. Jericho a break.
Jericho always does this. He's the new Triple H. This is what Triple H did in the 2010s. Anytime someone had a good story or spotlight, he's like, I'm gonna get that. Summer of Punk, oh, I want in that. Bryan Danielson, okay, I want in that.
I can't really give you good Punk things, sir. I love you, H. I can't forgive you for that.
No, that was bad. Speaking of everybody talking about MJF, up next we got Wardlow with a pre-tape promo, a vignette of him in Philadelphia, and he talks about how he was sent into a dark place at home, all while MJF was becoming the face of AEW and everyone supporting him. Wardlow sat at home watching MJF main event the biggest show in wrestling as world champion and said there is nothing left for MJF to take from him, but now Wardlow will take everything from MJF. I wanted like more like packages of him sitting at home watching it. Like they should have done like the Brian Pillman vignettes of him like stewing. But this was a good. I thought this was a good vignette. I like the story they're going with him targeting MJF.
Yeah, it felt like a post beating MJF up promo. Like but nothing actually happened. All he did was put his name on his fucking wristband. Yeah, it was good. It felt like Wardlow has some direction at the very least for the first time in a long time. And the hat is a good look. So you can grow your ponytail back. Sorry, it's just necessary for the Wardlow look. I usually not a fan of grown men with ponytails, but it's your look. You need it. Apparently, things have not gone right since. It's just a thought. That wasn't the issue.
This coming Poppy, Joe Pearl saying, Summer of Punk, more like Summer of Paul. Put me in, Pops. Triple H 2020.
I gotta be honest. I get the Vince's philosophy here. Like, he's very short on main eventers, obviously, because Vince is an idiot. We might have to do a whole discussion about whether or not Vince is actually a creative genius. Yeah. Ever at any point in his life, been.
You know they do on. I have this YouTube channel. I forget the name, but I want to shout them out. But they do like a whole series of when a show actually died, when it really ended. Like I saw one where they did like Family Matters, and Family Matters goes like 9 seasons. But he says Family Matters, what the show really was about the family, really ends in season 5 when Mother Winslow gets married. Because we never see Mother Winslow again. We never see Judy. She goes upstairs again, and the show becomes about Urkel. Right. So like yeah, that's the point that it dies. So I want to do that with with Vince McMahon. What was the point where he really lost it all? Or when was the point where he lost a big chunk of it, of his creativity? I feel like it's like somewhere in Ruthless Aggression. I feel like Ruthless Aggression,
wow.
he was still coming up with creative stuff during that time.
No, it's the death of WCW, relative ease. It's him winning. Of course it is. It's him winning. It's over. Right after that is the invasion.
That channel, yes. Fun Fact Films.
Gotcha.
Shout out to them. Fun Fact Films.
But think about this. He didn't give Austin a microphone. He did the Rocky Maivia thing. He almost released John Cena. There's a whole bunch of horseshit in between. Dragon, Big Show, Punk. And then like relatively, it's like he got better after that. It was worse and worse and worse and worse. Max Dupree, he was going to release LA Knight. How dare you? It's just, he's been heinous. That might have been what it is, Big Man Dogs. He was so entertaining as a character, we gave him a pass. His feud with God is hilarious. It's just objectively funny.
There's still good stuff. Even in like bad years, like 2006, he still had Cena and Edge, that whole rivalry. Yeah, he had WWE ECW, but he still had some good stuff in between all the trash he was doing.
I'm sorry. Survivor Series is the big WWF versus WCW match, and it's Austin versus Rock.
Nah, I still like a lot of stuff in 2002. 2002 had HBK and Triple H, had the first WWE draft, it had Rock and Hogan, which, I mean, the build is outrageous, but the match itself.
I'm sorry. We gotta, we'll see.
Let's have him commit near murder, and then he becomes a babyface. Jay saying when Vince McMahon died is when he shook Austin's hand at WrestleMania 17.
That is the end of the Attitude Era, by the way. Don't listen to anybody who says
yeah,
it's
that is definitely the end. That's we don't even need to do that. That's the end of the Attitude Era.
Yeah. Austin turns heel. The Rock is gone the next day, and Triple H is out for a year, like a month after that. It's over. It's over.
Yeah. How different it would have been if Triple H doesn't get injured. Could have got a Triple H like babyface turn early, like a year early.
It's one of my favorite things to think about. Triple H
what if Benoit doesn't get hurt? What if Benoit had joined WCW in the Invasion?
What if Kurt Angle fucking has the Reign of Terror instead of Triple H?
I would have loved that.
Right? Or a non-injured
Reign of Terror. I literally say the Reign of Terror gave me my biggest break from wrestling. Like that made me stop watching. Like
wow.
It was the consecutiveness of like 2002 into 2003 of the Kane feud into giving Michaels his moment at Survivor Series only to take the title back the next month into Steiner.
Ooh.
Then from Steiner, the Booker T mess. Then Kevin Nash. I was like, nah, I'm good. I don't need to watch it. I don't need to. I was like, let me watch SmackDown. I'll watch SmackDown a little bit. And then that's when I discovered like independent wrestling and TNA. So I was like, I have that. That's fine. But
here's the fair enough. That was fucking heinous. It's probably the worst run. I didn't see much of Jeff Jarrett in TNA. I stopped watching. But
that was pretty bad too. That was pretty bad too.
Like, imagine you're the number 3 guy during the most profitable period ever, and then all of a sudden, with a snap of the finger, you're the number 1 guy. Rock leaves, Austin leaves. You're the number 1 guy. You would lose your mind too. Can't blame you, sir. Go around busting nuts all over the company. Go ahead.
Yeah,
and you go well.
Safet saying I meant build the Becky versus Rhea story as a rivalry. They are doing that. They literally have been teasing this for like 18 months.
Yes. Becky's been saying you're essentially a valet, the world's most popular badass valet, while she's a star. Eventually they'll settle it.
Yeah. We never got a big showdown of like Trish Stratus versus Chyna, but we get it here. Basically,
wow!
Like the big top, the top, a woman star versus like the like this larger than life, like became more than like woman man. There's no definition as Chyna. That's what they're kind of building with Rhea.
Think the crowd turns on Becky?
I can see that. Will Chisholm with another super chat donation saying Durag Vince is last good bad Vince.
Thank you. Fuck you. Bye.
Absolutely. I totally get what you mean, and you're completely right.
Back to AEW Dynamite here. I love when we go down these damn rabbit holes. We had next tag team action as Hook teamed up with WWE Hall of Famer RVD, Rob Van Dam, here in Philadelphia. They packed a lot of action into a small amount of time, and I'm just blown away by how RVD is still able to still move well after it. You could tell that his body has been beaten down to death. Hook would get the win for the team with Red Rum on John Silver as RVD hit the 5-star frog splash on Alex Reynolds. I thought this was better than I thought it would be, but it was inconsequential, so I can understand if Jimmy did not like this.
Nope, did not like it. Just didn't give a fuck about it. Watched it with one eye open, didn't care. Done with life. They didn't try to pretend like this mattered. It's just RVD. We're trying to keep the rating up. That's why we get to the next thing. Oh, fair enough.
The number of like WWE and over 50 talent that they keep bringing in to boost this rating for the TV rights negotiations. I mean,
when is that, by the way?
I peep game is very TNA-ish, but I peep game.
Do you know when that is?
They extended for a year after Collision, so it's next year when their deal expires.
Do you know when the TNA deal is up?
With Access?
Yeah.
Well, they own Access at Anthem. Anthem owns TNA, and they own Access.
Oh my god! Fuck.
Well, you think TNA is gonna get in the running for TNT?
They may not TNT, but you should get the fuck out of Access. Like,
yeah, they should get. I mean, if NWA is getting on CW, then TNA can get on a network.
That's what I'm saying. Then you may have a shot at Will Ospreay and CM Punk and all these people. Until then,
this nigga's friend zoning y'all. Yo, open your eyes, TNA. Y'all look, he's making CM Punk making y'all look stupid. And I respect Will. I can't say Will's doing anything wrong. He's just playing the game. He's playing the game. Will's playing the game.
How's Punk friends on the West Coast playing the game? This ain't a bitch.
Will's playing the game. Will's playing the game. He came out and he was like, you know what, WWE's on the table. I like TNA. I want to be in the TNA ring. Like, he's like, I'm opening my whole options, because he knows every time he says that, Tony Khan's like, God damn, another zero.
This a bitch.
Another zero? Shit. Put another pile in the Brinks truck. Sheesh.
TNA's got to go for it. You got a chance now to go for it. I'd go for it. Scrape all the money together you can. Make Ospreay and Punk fucking 6-month offers. Just do what you can. Do what you can, sir. Whoever's running that ship over there. Do what you can. Sorry, Alex Shelley's not going to get it from me. He isn't. Sorry.
No, they need like a guy that can be the top star. They have that with Josh Alexander, but I can understand they want to build to him getting back the title, but we'll see. We got here Romeo, who says Rhea and Jade could low-key be built into something great too if you keep Rhea strong. 100%.
Oh yeah, I don't think keeping Rhea strong is a real issue. I mean, she's perfect. She's got a great look. She's charismatic. The internet loves her. Most of it, at least.
Yeah.
This is very easy. And she's 27?
Yeah.
Something egregious. I was like shocked. Oh, okay.
It's crazy how young she is. We got Trey Jones, who says NWA is on CW. Yes, they just signed a deal with CW, my friend. Out here wheeling and dealing. And we got Will Chisholm, who says, what happened to that $1 billion deal AEW got that people was hyped about?
Listen to these fucking people. Don't listen to fuck Dave Meltzer talk shit. They actually evaluated it, $2 billion. According to who? Click the links of that shit he was talking. It just leads you one big circle right back around to some shit Dave said. What the fuck is this? What kind of Tony Khan Ponzi scheme is this? Absolutely not.
You don't know shit.
It's like, what? Come on, man.
Lovely. Thank you, Will Chisholm. We appreciate the love, the support. Keep those coming. Keep those coming in the live chat as well. We got Romeo, who says, a lot of young talent featured last night. Omega, 40. Danielson, 42. Claudio, 42. Joe, 44. Hardy's, 46. 49. Cage, 49. Copeland, 49. RVD, 52. Jericho, 52. Sting, 64. Flair, 74.
Even if we fucking get rid of RVD and Flair, that is something else.
The fact that he put Claudio and Omega and Danielson just to be a dick in this. Low blow, sir.
40.
Low blow, sir. Low blow, sir. This nigga just turned 40, Omega, like a day ago. Anyway, we got right before the break, RJ City lets us know that he was not Turner Classic Movies host Ben Mackey-Wiss when Toni Storm appeared and sent us to picture in picture with her third movie, The Hold the Butler. We get Toni Storm basically looking into the mirror, and the butler is behind her the entire time. She's talking to RJ City, and she says, "Where's the butler?" And he says, "She's been behind you the entire time." She asks the butler, "What's your name?" And the butler says, "Luther." Yes, it is none other than Luther in a suit, who look completely different now that he's in a suit and in attire. She says, "Ah, okay. Well, I will call you Luther." So she says, he says that will work, Madame Clementine, and passes her an apple. She eats the apple and says, "Refreshing." and she says that she is ready for her Hollywood homecoming, as RJ City says that that is the day she will get a shot at the AEW Women's World Championship, as Excalibur informs us after the commercial break that she will get the winner of tonight's matchup between Sheeta and Soho. Timeless Tony Storm, the greatest.
Assuming Storm wins the belt at the pay-per-view, which she should. I think this might be the first ever perfectly paced AEW storyline. Like right when I think it's peaked, we're gonna put the belt on her. Absolutely. I'm not gonna wait till they run the shit into the ground like everything else. This is great. Tony Storm's great. I'm glad this worked out for her.
And despite all the shuffling and hot potato, it actually made it seem like this was the plan from all along. Her losing the title, which sent her on this path to evolve her character and become this 1930s starlet, and now she faces the woman that took the title from her at the pay-per-view in Hollywood, which it just works out to like perfect.
If she doesn't give a speech afterwards, it'd be fucking
or flowers. See, at least if you're not gonna give her a speech because you don't have time, at least give her like flowers and like she has to.
Oh, I want to see this so bad. This has been great.
We got Roxy who says, love what Storm is doing, but can we get more women matches and storylines? Yeah.
You guys have that Nick Saban clip? It's not gonna happen. So stop asking. It's one of my favorite clips ever. It's so randomly mean.
Oh my god. Big Man Dogs who says, I love old school WWF style gimmick changes where they just randomly change without explanation.
Yes, but all of a sudden she's a starlet. All right, sure.
I love that, but they did it steady where they didn't give you like vignettes. It was just like backstage interviews first, where she was just like changing and stuff. Like she. We got.
I love that. We have it.
What happened?
Hey Romeo, we have that clip. It's under Sports Watch Along. It's called "Quit Asking."
Hey, well, I ain't doing all that, man. Upload. He can upload it in the back end. No, can't do it. Jesus Christ, these guys, they're so needy. Now we have to go all the way to Sports Watch Along. Jesus Christ. How long is the show?
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
That was good. That's pretty good.
Interview.
We got 10. What happened?
You got an interview to do? Another white guy you're dumping us for?
No. I'm in Chicago. I don't know if my friends want to do anything. I know they went out to get deep dish pizza for the first time, but I'm a professional Chicagoan.
Like, no offense, but fucking Stack King's a square. Like, what's he want to go out and do?
Why are you being mean? He's getting married.
I'm not being mean. That's what I just said. He's getting married. Ain't that the definition of squareness? Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs.
Please sound off in the chat, Stack King, and defend yourself against this
2 kids and a white picket fence and a dog. Yes, it's beautiful. It's a Hallmark card. It's square. It is what it is. I'm not
Speaking of beautiful moments, we had Tony Khan's big surprise, big gift for Sting next. Tony Schiavone welcomes Darby Allin and Sting to the ring as Allin has his right arm in a sling. Sting thanked the Philadelphia fans for all the great memories and also thanked Darby Allin for being the best tag team partner he's ever had. Sting also thanked Tony Khan for making a phone call 4 years ago to give him a chance to go out on his own terms. Sting then gave the mic to Tony Schiavone, that is, which popped Excalibur and Taz because Tony Schiavone was trying to get the mic from Sting for like 5 minutes. Schiavone said it was 35 years ago Sting put pro wrestling on the map on TBS, so Schiavone introduced the surprise on behalf of Tony Khan, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. They had the whole Ric Flair theme music. The Nature Boy received a massive ovation, which quickly died down because people was like, oh yeah, that Ric Flair. Shivani welcomed Flair to AEW. Flair said, "In life, there are moments that are magical." After hugging Sting, he says, 35 years ago, Sting and himself made history at Clash of the Champions against WrestleMania. Flair put over Sting huge, calling him one of the greatest wrestlers in the business and the nicest guy he's ever known. Flair said when he got an invitation by Mr. Khan to be part of this, he says if Sting would have him, he wants to ride the wagon with him, and Sting accepts and wants Flair's chop for old time's sake. So yes, this is a true Sting tribute that is identifiable with his career. Ric Flair trying to steal the spotlight from him. This brought out as Sting and Ric Flair, they traded the chop. That put a smile on my face with Sting asking for the chop, because the Sting no selling of the chop is just signature of a Sting Flair matchup. We had Christian Cage come out, the Christian Coalition alongside him. They come down and Christian talks about how Tony Khan is a billionaire, but his present was a suit, gold chains, and black liver. He says Flair is moving pretty well. He said he doesn't feel like he's watching Weekend at Bernie's at all. He says he doesn't see the strings. He says, yes, I know Ric Flair isn't dead, and he knows there isn't a God, because if there was one, he would have been dead 20 years ago, which got a big
Jesus.
a big fuck you Christian chant. Cage said that Allen still has sour grapes, losing to him, and took a shot at the Philadelphia Phillies to take a look at a real champion. He says that he doesn't want to wait until Revolution for Sting to be gone, and he issues a challenge, 6-man tag team match at Full Gear with Sting and Darby Allin finding a partner to face the Christian Coalition, Luchasaurus, Nick Wayne, and Christian Cage. He says maybe it could be Ric Flair. He says that though he is one super kick away from turning to dust. Sting sneezes and then says that he's allergic to jackasses. He says that Full Gear 6-man tag, they accept. Man, this was a good time. This was I thought this was a very good segment, but we got to bring up what would happen next on the show, or a few segments later, as Adam Copeland was backstage with Renee Paquette, and she interviewed him and asked him for his thoughts on what just happened with Christian Cage, Darby Allin, and Sting. Before he can really talk, Sting and Darby Allin approach him and told him that he knows Copeland wants to end his career riding off into the sunset with his best friend, but that's not the world they're living in. Copeland stopped Allin when Sting interrupted and immediately got into Copeland's face. He says he needs to stop with the blinders on. He said he traveled up and down the road with Lex Luger having the blinders on. He says that he learned from that legend out there that said he wants to ride it out in his ride my career out with me. He said he's the 30th player of the game. He says that he helped him see through guys like Christian Cage, and demands that Copeland is hearing him and said, wake the hell up. And he says they go way back. Don't mess it up now. And he says, get with it. I thought this was a nice little promo for Copeland to kind of just be like, you got to accept the fact we need a 6-man for this spot at Full Gear and get this story on the road. What did you think about the promo segment with Sting, Darby Allin, Ric Flair, Christian Coalition, and then the Adam Copeland Sting segment?
Adam Copeland's thing is heinous. Like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. How are you going to tell me to have my blinders off when you're hugging Ric Flair? The fuck are you even talking about? Motherfucker has fucking turned on you God knows how many times. What the fuck are you babbling about? How dare you?
How dare you judge me? How dare you judge me?
Ric Flair helped me see through God. Like, okay, frame it that way if you like. That aside. Oh, before I forget, I'm not bugging. But it is jarring how fast Edge just feels like another guy, right? Just another guy there. You don't think so?
Not to me.
Okay. I'm not going to argue with you. We'll see. I'm sure the rating popped big. I'll stop being mean to Edge. I hate being mean to Edge. I like Edge. He's just not Flair or Sting.
Yeah, Ric Flair was strictly here to pop a rating. He was strictly here to operate.
I think I give it some time. How much time? I'm turning this off. How much time do I have to give you to do shit properly? I love it. Shit is outrageous. The first promo was great. That stuff with Christian was brilliant. Then it's just been middling. The Ricky Starks thing didn't help either.
That's what your real agenda is about. You didn't like that Ricky Starks thing.
I don't hate the Ricky Starks thing. It was embarrassing for everybody involved. But it's not my fault. Funnest thing was fun. If you take a shot every time they mention Tony Khan on this show, you'd be dead, by the way. That aside, the gift I thought was nice. Flair was great here. He's the greatest of all time, despite his off the field activities. And my favorite wrestler in AEW right now, Christian Cage was brilliant.
Oh,
as per always. You just think of the most heinous fucking thing you could say, and you say it. I was so here for all this. This was great. All this was great.
He's a dad that almost died. I mean, set it up for him.
You got to absolutely. I'm shocked Christian didn't go further, but I'll take it for what it is. Just death, liver, super kick, turn you into dust.
Make his pacemaker turn to dust. I think the line.
Yeah, it's like, sir, what the fuck, sir? He just got here.
He literally just got here. That's how we welcome him, sir.
So good.
We got another super chat donation from our good brother Will Chisholm. Thank you so much, Will Chisholm.
Be hurting
Tony Khan, this is also on you, because you can stop this.
I'm Miss Eddie.
You telling him he need to worry about tax season? What are we doing?
So I'm just saying he's gonna be hurting come tax season.
Thanks. We appreciate the love. We got Trey Jones. He says, with another super chat donation, he says, more Christian burying Flair, please. Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Jesus,
I love it.
what's wrong with y'all?
I enjoyed it.
Because he wants me to work with pricks constantly. That's what it is.
Nevertheless,
nevertheless,
yeah, gonna be a great match. Gonna be a great show. One of the very best shows ever. Oh, we got Big Hero Chris who says he got to change his name to Atheist Cage at this point. Yes, he said there is no God.
There certainly isn't.
You can get behind this message.
Absolutely. Should all of you open your eyes to the world.
We got another super chat donation from Will Chisholm. Thank you so much, Will Chisholm. Once again, you're like shocked every single time. It's great. It's great.
Yeah. I thank you. I don't really know what to say.
That's fucking bullshit.
I'm glad I didn't quit, I guess.
Yeah. See, there you go. You've inspired people. He's inspired people. They bring it every week with us. We got Romeo. Who says, well, I didn't even read your comment. Sorry, Will Chisholm. He says, I'm still mad. Sting said Hogan helping him. I'm like, when? You talking about Starrcade 97?
That is still, it's hard to say it because the ratings went up. It might be the death of WCW right there.
Yeah. It was heinous. Sorry. The greatest build-up to a main event they ever had, and they did that.
Wild. It's wild. I can't believe it. It's hard to hear Eric Bischoff defend it.
He always will.
I will say this though.
Silly man.
No, he's
a silly man.
Wow. He's a great friend. Because I've never heard anybody defend Hulk Hogan and not say one negative word about him when everybody else on the planet has nothing but negative words to say. Eric Bischoff stands up there and takes the bullets, pretending like any of this Starrcade 97 shit made sense because he doesn't want to say what Hogan did. Absolutely.
Sting wasn't in shape. He wasn't tan enough,
He wasn't tan enough. With a straight face, he says it. Knowing good and well people are like,
he wasn't tan enough. It just wasn't the right move. Romeo says, I agree with Jimmy. We are walking through mud until Edge turns heel. Think he will be much better in that role.
I'm not even talking about the babyface thing, which I think you're right, by the way. Devin's turned heel. but he just feels like a guy. He's just a guy. He pops in randomly. Sorry.
He's saying Christian Cage is father of the year. Agreed. We got Big Man Dogs. He says, I randomly watched Starrcade 97 blind as a teenager, and I was so shocked by the finish. Yes.
What the fuck? That made me so sad. I was so hyped for that match.
They ruined it. How could you do that to me? I was only like 9 years old. We got next Renee Paquette. She has a sit-down interview backstage with Chris Jericho earlier today for a medical update following his destruction by Powerhouse Hobbs a few weeks ago. Jericho can't remember ever being beaten down that badly in his career, and what hurts the most is his ego. Jericho asked if it was time to hang it up potentially, or is it time to get even stronger and gain revenge? Don Callis has a large family. He has a lot of friends in that family, but Chris Jericho has friends as well, bigger than even Will Hobbs. So maybe it's time to give them a call. So Big Show.
Yeah.
I thought Jericho was fine here. Yeah.
He felt more earnest than usual. He wasn't hamming it up. Yeah, Big Show, definitely.
He put over Hobbs very well.
Yeah, he kind of felt like, I got my ass kicked, and
I gotta call a friend. Yeah, Jericho's up here like, I tried this whole babyface thing, standing on your own 2 feet, but
I gotta be honest, I'm not mad at. My first thought was Jake Hager, and I cried a little bit on the inside. Then I realized Big Show's around, so I was like, "Oh, thank God! Yeah, that works. Sure, Big Show."
And I think he trademarked Jericho last year.
We're really just not gonna fucking move on from anything the last 10 years. All right,
nostalgia. Guys. Nostalgia is a strong thing. We got Joe Pearl who says, hell yeah, Captain Insano and Sexual Chocolate teaming with the Painmaker one last time. Make it a 6-man ASAP. Hell yeah, because Powerhouse Hobbs is now doing the world's most dangerous slam. That's what Jericho called it. The world's most dangerous slam, not the world's strongest slam.
I can't wait to hear Don Callis try to hype that match. Yeah, have his work cut out for him then. Holy shit.
You got to carry. You do all the carrying, all the heavy lifting here.
Fuck it.
Tall Paul.
See, listen. Never mind. I can't defend this. It's gonna be bad. But hey, fuck it. Fuck it. The match would be interesting at least.
We got Big Man Dog says, I actually really liked Jericho growing up. One of the only non-shit tag teams at that time.
I remember them and DX and who was it? Radar KO? Just a bunch of people. Just a bunch of fucking stars
that they put together and gave a name to.
Stars they have no clue what to do with. Just trying to milk a rating. What the fuck? Fair enough.
Oh, man. I mean, it gave Jericho another great year though, because it was like after he had the world title and he dropped the world title. It's like, what was he gonna do? Before that, he was doing the whole Legends bit. Remember when he got knocked out by Mickey Rourke at WrestleMania? Yes. Even though he excelled in that, he took that way further than it had him and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat were the MVPs of that whole angle.
Chris Jericho's top 10 all time for me, even now as he's in his fucking 60-year-old Ric Flair face.
Hey, we talked about it a few weeks ago. I was stunned how effective the squash by Powerhouse Hobbs was. I was like, at this point, he's lost all these matches. How is he still able to get this guy over? How? How did that work? But next up, we get the Elite, Hangman Adam Page, and the Young Bucks defending the Ring of Honor World 6-Man Tag Team Championships against the Hardys and Brother Zay. This one here, it was fine. It was pretty. It was fun. It was solid. It had a nice little finish. I did like the finish with Hangman hitting the buckshot lariat on Brother Zay into the Young Bucks hitting the BTE trigger. Man, I just felt bad watching the Hardys wrestle. It's like I have never seen a legendary tag team come into the company and just fall this fast. Like everything they do should not be taken seriously. It's nothing memorable. It's just sad. But this whole thing was saved by what happened in the post-match. As on the Contron, we see Prince Nana showing up at a home, and he walks in, and he invites in Swerve Strickland, who says, "Whose house? Oh, y'all tacky." Yo, like this, yo, I'm sorry. That opening line, Jimmy, is one of the greatest. I don't know. Like, I've seen so many home invasions in wrestling, but immediately he made this different from every single home invasion by saying, "Whose house? Oh, y'all tacky." Like it was like it hit him. He was like looking around. It was like, "Oh, y'all tacky. Y'all are a different type of tacky." Then he comes. Hangman Adam Page at this point is sprinting to the back. Strickland said that they owe him something, and he tore up Page's children painting on the fridge. Nana ate some chocolate berries. They heard a noise before Strickland said it wasn't just Page who will pay for his actions, it's his loved ones. We hear Nana's kind of trying to talk Swerve into not doing this, but he still walks up here. He's like, "Oh, nah." He's like, "Shut up. No. Strickland stands over Page's child's crib and says he's forever indebted to Strickland, and it's his father's fault. Strickland then puts one of his shirts in the crib, and Nana tells him they need to go. This was super intense. Swerve Strickland immediately, like, if there was any question after this show, who's the top heel in AEW? This man is a movie villain. And it's in the best way possible because he's so good at it. It's just like I could see him being AEW champion as a heel and then being babyface by the end of it. He's another one that he's so cool and so good that he's gonna be undeniable and fans are gonna love him despite all the horrible things he's doing right now.
Swerve's so good. I loved. I guess we talked the match first. Why? Why is this here? Why is everybody in this match so cold? I know why the Hardys are cold. They're on fucking rampage.
I don't think Hangman's cold.
As a single star, he is not. But he was not a single star here. He's the elite, part of the elite. And can we agree on that? They're rather lukewarm. Can we go lukewarm?
Lukewarm. I won't go cold. I'll say
cool.
Lukewarm.
Can we go
I'll say
cool?
lukewarm.
Yeah.
I'll say lukewarm.
Whatever makes you feel better. Nick Jackson's got a very wide back, apparently, carrying this bum for many years.
We got another super chat donation from Roxy here. Thank you so much, Roxy. We appreciate the love, the support. What do we got for her here?
Let's fucking go.
Jimmy.
Cringeworthy. I'm sorry. They just fucking. So why? Listen, I get it. You spent a fucking boatload on the Hardy Boys because they're part of your childhood, and now you feel obligated to use them, though they're clearly washed. We can agree on this, right? You agree on that? Yes. At the very least?
Yeah, they're washed. They're washed. Definitely.
Yes. And Matt's been washed for a while. Hardy, not Jackson, though he's washed it.
No,
he's not washed. He was never any good.
This guy's ridiculous.
That aside, the match was just there to do the usual goofy shit. Poor Isaiah. It's over, sir. If there's another round of releases, you'll be on it. It's not your fault. You're a very talented man, but you got put with the wrong horse. Now, on to shit that actually matters. As you mentioned, Swerve saying "Ooh, y'all tacky" is the how can I put this? Without using any expletives or any ebonics, it might be the blackest line in the history of television. "Ooh, y'all tacky" is a wild line that I've heard so many times in my life. It's so perfect. As was Swerve nonchalantly going through the house, as is fucking Nana having the appropriate response to home invasion. We shouldn't be doing this. We should get the fuck out of here right now.
I just want to dance. I just want to dance to your theme song. Why are we calling from someone's home when the baby is here, but no parents is here? What are we doing?
The shittiest parents ever. Look, Nana's like, did you hear that? Boss, we should go.
Boss, we should go.
Like it's a horror movie. Nigga, you're the villain. What the fuck's wrong with you? That was great. This was great. I think we're the only people that called it. I think everybody else thought it was the Elite.
Yeah.
No. Swerve is proven he's a fucking menace. He's going to your family's house.
He's already invaded a home. It's like it just fits his character. And no, Joe Pearl, he's all about sending messages. He says, yeah, but if he's so evil, why didn't Swerve steal the baby? He's not here to steal babies. He don't want that responsibility. He got to feed that thing? No, hell no.
He's not gonna murder the baby. Jesus. This is great. This is fun. Swerve so good.
Loved it. Negro Bug said Swerve is a menace. We got Frantic World says Swerve is making Page Kid into a future AEW villain. So gave him the shirt.
Little
Everything
girl
changed.
from Kill Bill.
Yes, Carter for life. We got Trey Jones who says the Hardys are Charlotte Hornets, Tony Parker, and Marvin Williams.
From downtown. Wow, that was a fucking deep cut.
Damn. That was tough. Yeah.
Tony Parker would definitely be the Jeff Hardy of the situation. It's rough.
Frantic Girl says we need Matt Jackson and Jimmy to have a talk one day.
It would not go particularly well.
Why would you curse at him?
I would not curse. He would say, like, what's your beef? I would say you're not very good. And then you're not very good for your position. And then he would probably come back with something like, you're not a wrestler, you never wrestle, you know what we do. I broke this bone, I broke that bone. And I would just say, okay. And that'd be the end of it. Because at the end of the day, you're still not very good. I can say it, or Ric Flair can say it. 2 + 2 is 4.
Ric Flair thinks they're good.
There's no way he does.
Yes, he does.
It's impossible. I don't care what Ric Flair says.
The polished gent says, where the fuck was Mrs. Hagman? Why was that baby left unattended? Swerve is a straight up demon for leaving a choking hazard in that beautiful white baby's crib. I thought the same thing, polished gent. I was like, yo, that shirt is going to go over that baby's head. It is going to choke the baby. You remember the 3rd episode of Power when James dropped the keychain? All they need is something so minuscule to drop in their crib, and it becomes such a hazard to them.
I hope if this was Russo era of fucking WWF, Swerve has just accidentally uncovered the affair that Mrs. Hangman is having. There's no reason she should not have been there. This fucking late, she snuck.
It's like, where were you?
Oh well, this is great. Beautiful white baby, by the way, is wild. For ruckus, beautiful white baby.
Beautiful white baby. This is the 2nd week in a row we're talking Boondock. Beautiful white baby. We got Chase who says Swerve gave a baby a free t-shirt. What a nice guy.
And he's still very black because the baby will grow into it. So you buy the clothes, they grow into it.
He grow into it. He'd be fine. Romeo says Killmonger would have stole the baby. No, Killmonger would have killed the baby.
It is the son of the oppressor. It has to go.
Has to go. They would have done it to me. Chase saying also Hangman needs to lock his doors.
I buy Swerve know how to get into a house. Though.
Yes, I buy Nana or Swerve knowing how to unlock a locked door. Yes. Trey Jones says she probably hid when she heard her house was attacked.
She's just crying somewhere as a baby's threatened.
Yes, when she heard whose house. Oh no! No, don't go into the baby's room. Don't go into the baby's room. Oh no! Go, please go. And then she gets the phone. She goes sneaks, gets the phone. Like, please, some black man are in.
That's why now I was like, well, she should go. We're not supposed to be here.
We're not supposed to be here. She's on the phone right now. ALW saying better late than never. What's up, y'all? Happy Thursday. AEW was crazy last night. Not sure if it was good, but it was crazy.
Facts.
There you go. That's a great way to describe it. Next up, we had the AEW Women's World Championship up for grabs. Hikaru Shida defending against Ruby Soho. These two women had a very good matchup on Rampage last month. This was not that match. These two women just felt like they were on totally different pages throughout this matchup for some reason. It was very sloppy in the beginning, didn't get much better, ended kind of flat as well, and the crowd was completely quiet. It was like these two ladies needed to communicate more with each other, but there was absolutely no crowd noise that they could do that, so it just became a complete mess. Hikaru Shida gets the win with the katana to retain the AEW Women's World Championship. Post-match, timeless Toni Storm walks out to the stage and poses for the crowd with her new butler, Luther, and we get Hikaru Shida with a great response, just like, what's going on? What am I looking at? And Toni Storm is just continuing to pose for her adoring fans. What did you think about this matchup with Shida and Ruby Soho?
Toni Storm was fucking great. As for Shida and Soho, Shida is good. Soho, you all think she's good. She's fine. This match was somehow lesser than the parts. How do I say this nicely? The lack of crowd heat is a self-fulfilling prophecy because you don't put any build to it. Nobody reacts to it. And because nobody reacts to it, you think it's not worth putting a build to. But it's your own fault. It's just sad, quite frankly. It didn't disappoint me. I knew Soho's not that. Anyway, this is what it is. I don't know what happened to Statlander, but Statlander should be in the spot against 5 minutes against whoever. Having one of those fucking Emmy Sakura matches.
Yes.
Just go nuts.
Yeah, she needs to be back on Dynamite. It felt like the women's division was on the up going into Wrestle Dream with the build to Chris Statlander and Julia Hart. This one just feels like Toni Storm's hot. We gave the belt back to Shida. Not that Shida's hot or that they are actually investing in Shida. They just feel like they just gave the belt back to Shida.
Yeah, just hold this.
Hold this for Toni. Hold this for Toni. We need the perfect symmetry of Toni beating you for the title. So yeah.
In Los Angeles, see? Get it?
It works.
I don't understand this theory of y'all's ever. It's the worst theory you guys have ever developed.
What?
This weird fucking symmetry we need to have for everything when it's just the right moment is more important. We can't have Austin win at WrestleMania 14 because the King of the Ring speech was in June. So we're going to have him win at King of the Ring 98.
Is the right place.
King of the Ring 98 because then it's 2 years. Who gives a fuck? You do it at 14. Jesus.
You got that off your chest? You feel better now?
A little bit, yes.
We go back saying absolutely on the same page with Statlander. We also got Chase who says, right, why isn't the TBS champion not being defended on TBS?
It's almost like those fucking ideas are stupid.
Yeah.
Should be title names.
Roxy says, I really hope Shida versus Storm is a good matchup, and please make it longer than 10 fucking minutes. It seems like the women always get 10 minutes or less on debut.
Yeah, you're not getting more than 10 minutes. I don't know. I'm not sure you need more than 10 minutes, but Shida Storm feels like they are better in a longer match. Unlike Statlander, who can give it to you in 5.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We got AEW says quit putting Toni Storm's promos on picture-in-picture. These promos are one of the best things in AEW. They shouldn't be picture-in-picture. They're not picture-in-picture for people who are watching it in the UK. Only picture-in-picture because they have to pay ads. And honestly, I pay more attention to Toni Storm's promos in picture-in-picture than I do to a match in picture-in-picture.
Well, that's true. But I don't pay attention to anything in picture-in-picture. So if it was not in picture-in-picture, I'd watch. I agree. But whatever. They have more important things to do, apparently.
We got another super chat donation from the good brother Will Chisholm. Thank you so much, Will Chisholm, once again.
Why you so crazy? Take it easy. Take it easy.
Thank you, Will Chisholm. He says, I bet Tony Khan is like, why Endeavor turn heel on Vince? Now I got to work, had to get wrestlers now because they like Triple H. He can have the women, though.
You had a woman, though. Ugh.
But we went into kind of like the beginning of 2023, like 2024 was going to be a year where a whole bunch of wrestlers from AEW and WWE were going to be freed up, and it's going to be a huge free agency. But now it seems like it's mostly like WWE. Did you hear the list of guys that have said their contract's going to expire next year?
I saw that list, but then SRS said it was bullshit.
Well, I know a couple of them isn't bullshit, because I know like Drew McIntyre, he's come out and said it. I don't know about Kevin Owens, maybe Sami Zayn. I'm not sure, but yeah.
My question would be, how many of those guys get a bigger spot in AEW? Maybe McIntyre.
Maybe McIntyre. I'd say a lot of them, like AJ Styles, I would think.
Yeah. Styles, actually, you know what? Yeah. Styles comes over. He's probably the top 3 or 4.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, you're just doing the same thing over there as you're doing.
Yeah. Like Owens, Zayn,
Dragon.
Owens, Zayn's, those guys. Yeah, no. Like New Day, I didn't even want to bring them up because I think they're just obviously re-signed guys. So yeah,
like fucking take the check. I'll tell you.
But the only one that AEW really has to worry about is MJF if he didn't re-sign. But most everybody, it seems, thinks that he already did.
But here's what I'm saying: we only think that because we're using our common sense to fucking paint a picture, when the issue might be assuming Tony Khan has common sense. Oh, look, they made him to start a company. He must have resigned. There's no way Tony Khan would. Blah, 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 blah. Aha, but you're wrong. But there is a way. He's an idiot.
There is a way. He's an idiot. We got Joe Pearl. He's ready. He's like, AJ back to TNA. Let's fucking go.
I'd be here for it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I would be here. I would be so here for AJ. AJ Styles versus anybody from TNA. Sign me up. Then I can see Will Ospreay with that go, you know what? I was actually being serious. I'm going to talk about TNA.
If they can get some momentum, I would mind them as a tertiary brand. As a brand to fucking keep AEW on its toes.
I think they can be number 3. I think they could be the number 3 brand. Right now, I feel like New Japan is number 3, and they're not even focused on expanding in the US. They're just number 3 because they're just the number 3 most known.
Oh, yeah, Styles, Ospreay, Punk, please.
I feel like Punk's gonna have to come to the realization when he's sitting at home for a year. He's gonna come to a realization. Damn, I'm gonna have to do like a 6-month deal in TNA.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's what he has to do. Like he needs to stop. You gotta actually try in the relationship. Stop friend zoning these niggas and just be like, I'm just gonna test my waters. I'm gonna show up for a shot. We'll do a match, maybe something like that.
Yeah, but we talked about his not vices, Oklahoma vices for the moment. Pride being one of them. Can't knock it. You earned it. You're possibly talented. But going to TNA does feel, let's be honest, beneath him.
Yes.
So I get why he wouldn't want that visual. I get it. That's what I'm saying. If Ospreay goes first, then he might do it 6 months. I do 6 months.
I'm telling you, man, TNA is the gateway drug, yo. Look at how many of these niggas, like if Mia Yim did like 6 months to go back to WWE. Karrion Kross did like a 6-month bid before he went to WWE.
Did you really get mad at me for comparing Swerve to Roman? And now we're comparing Karrion Kross and Mia Yim to fucking CM Punk?
I know, I'm naming all these different people that went through TNA to go back to WWE.
Except they're not CM Punk. No offense. The two of them together are not CM Punk. No disrespect to either one. You love me, you were on the channel, you're great, you're delicious looking. You're not CM Punk. Come on now. Come on now. What are we talking about? Come on now. I need a better example than that. All right.
Renee Paquette is backstage with the AEW World Champion MJF and asks him about everything he has on his plate when Samoa Joe walks in applauding. Joe said he will be MJF's friend since he doesn't seem to have any, and MJF gladly accepts, but Joe says under one condition. He gives him his rematch for the AEW World Championship in return. Joe says, don't worry, though. He's sure he'll have his answer soon enough. The challengers are just coming at MJF from every freaking direction, and I love it. But I think this one, with him offering the friendship, I think it should play into his title match at Full Gear.
Really?
I think Joe should be his tag team partner against the Guns.
I'm not mad at that. I gotta be honest. This kind of threw me off guard. MJF would accept it so readily, but I forgot they shook hands.
After their match at Grand Slam.
I bought it. It worked for me. I like seeing another side MJF, kind of the old side. Help? Absolutely.
He's like, sure. Look at my other options.
This catch. This is good. I'm glad we got MJF here. In general, like I wouldn't mind the whole show built around him.
Seemed like it was. The main event.
Stop it. You got 20 minutes and then what, 2? It's not how that works.
The main event of the show saw Kazuchika Okada making his AEW Dynamite debut as he teamed up with AEW International Champion Orange Cassidy to face the Blackpool Combat Club's Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli. This one was a very well laid out matchup. Early on, you got Bryan Danielson and Orange Cassidy in the ring together for the very first time. I love the sequences with Claudio Castagnoli and Okada, and then Claudio Castagnoli and Orange Cassidy. It all built to the end where we finally got the showdown of Okada and Bryan Danielson in the ring together, and then the crowd was all hyped. We also got the announcement that AEW's final pay-per-view of 2023 will be on Saturday, December 30th in Long Island at the CBC Center or something like that, but it's going to be in Long Island, New York. It's AEW World's End. But like I said, this whole tag team match built to Danielson and Okada going at it. They had a fired up, intense confrontation with one another, led into Claudio and Orange Cassidy going at it with some of the best counter and reversals. A reversal from like a tornado DDT into a suplex into the Stun Dog Millionaire into another tornado DDT, orange punch into the swing at one point. It was this nice, smooth work from everybody involved. Led into the finish where Okada grabbed up Bryan Danielson. Orange came in and gave him an orange punch into the Rainmaker. But then Claudio comes in. He takes out Okada with a big European uppercut, then hits Orange Cassidy with a pop-up European to pin the AEW International Champion. Post-match, Bryan Danielson was selling the effects of the Rainmaker with Okada obviously talking trash to him, saying first his arm, now his jaw after the Rainmaker. And we have a very weird ending to the show as everybody was kind of just standing around, kind of just confused with Bryan Danielson selling, Orange Cassidy selling. It was kind of an awkward end to the show, but I thought the match was probably the best on this show. What did you think about the main event?
Main event was really good. It hit all the beats it needed to. Claudio felt like how he felt when he came over. Kind of important. First time in forever. I thought Dragon and Okada got the appropriate response from this crowd. It felt like a big deal. It felt like we're picking up where we left off. I was shocked by how little build it got throughout the show. I felt like it should have been a much bigger deal, but whatever.
I agree.
As for the finish, not the finish, the finish of the show, that is. I didn't know what was going on, but I kind of enjoyed it. It felt good.
Felt real. Yeah, it did feel like believable. Like it was like, I think they're trying to get across that this angle is real.
Yeah, and everybody's got beef, and it's the whole thing. I liked it.
I feel like this was an angle to set up the next Okada Danielson match, because now we have the story of every time Dragon and Okada is in the ring together, Dragon wins, but he gets hurt.
Yes. I'm here for it. Please. More of that, please.
We got another super chat donation. You guys are killing it today. 16
What the fuck
today.
is going
Thank
on
you.
here?
Appreciate it. Must be payday. I don't know. I love it. I appreciate it, y'all. But yes, another super chat donation from Roxy this time. Thank you so much, Roxy. We got a new one for you.
Fucking Mark!
Roxy saying, side note, but can we please discuss Brian Pillman Jr. / Lexus King? Laugh my ass off. Did you see his entrance that went viral for everybody clowning him?
What? Haters. That's a great entrance. The match, it was there, but the entrance, I enjoyed it. This all feels very over the top. I like his new look. I don't love the name. I get it. It's two tributes. Listen, that didn't do it with me. Beautiful.
Yeah, you're tripping the stepfather that abused you.
That's beautiful. Jesus, sir.
He is.
I don't know what he. Let him. He's a fucking grown man. He can't do what he wants.
He can do what he wants. I never said. I'm not trying to dictate.
Judge his relationship with his stepfather. I don't know. He fucking.
He made it public. He made it public. I'm just stating facts.
These situations I've got into with women who've been abused. Notice I'm the asshole when I confront abused guy. It's weird. People are weird about shit that they. I don't know. It's just weird. People are weird. Can we leave it at that? People are weird.
People are weird. I think that's a fair way to leave it at that. So.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what it was. This was fun. He's off to a good start, I'll say.
I think that it needs work. Just needs work. That's all I'll say.
No, I'm not gonna say anything about what you just said. This is a pure coincidence. I think it's just AEW Marks secretly rooting for him to fail. It has nothing to do with what you just said. It was just something Romeo said before you even said it. Go ahead. I apologize. Go ahead.
Oh, Romeo, who's not sucking from the tip of Michael Hickenbottom. Yes,
sucking the tip. Wow.
Negro Buck with a super chat donation. Thank you so much. Saying, when and where does the Dragon and Okada rematch happen? I think Tokyo Dome, Wrestle Kingdom.
Probably.
See that. Trey Jones said Hook and Yuta was about to squabble. Yeah, commentary didn't put a spotlight on it, but I did see that as well.
Commentary sucks. I'm sorry. Can we acknowledge that they're fucking awful? They're getting worse by the fucking week. Oh, I hate them together. Can I get let me get Michael Cole and Nigel McGuinness, please. I don't ask for much.
Every single week. Single week.
Please.
We got Negro Buck who says, I like the Lexus King entrance. So there you go.
A lot of people agree with this shit. Big Man Dogs.
Remind me of a Hades hairband. We got Romeo who says, what was to hate on his look and entrance? Think it's just AEW Mark secretly rooting for him to fail, so it's not a reflection of AEW missing out on a young talent. They didn't miss out on a young talent with him. They didn't. I think that he's probably better off in the WWE system. Some people are just better off in different systems where they can flourish.
Yeah, some people are better off with fucking competent people in charge. But I think they missed out some major fucking star. No offense to fucking Pillman Jr. I don't think. Yeah. From what I saw, no offense.
Yeah, from what I saw, it was honestly a lot of WWE fans and WWE drone accounts that were shitting on it. It wasn't really the AEW accounts that I saw. So I think that was a reach.
Very good.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it comes down to. It doesn't have to be some conspiracy. AEW Marks are conspiring against them. Basically, what Romeo's trying to say.
They're not conspiring against them. They just don't want him to succeed. They don't.
Probably not. But it's not because he's talented and they're just working against him. No, they probably just don't think he's good. It's okay. We got another super chat donation from Trey Jones who says DC or Maryland needs an AEW pay-per-view.
Sure. I'm sure there's plenty more to go around. I feel like we're going to 12, and it won't be that long before we get there.
100%. 100% we're going to 12. I don't know. I think we've used all of our ones here, so I'll have to replay
I'm
this
serious.
one.
I'm not going to sit back and take this fucking shit.
It's my favorite. That guy's in charge.
Big Fan Doug says some people kind of want Pillman to fail because he came from AEW. Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw a lot of WWE accounts that were like saying that it was bad because he's from AEW. They don't want everybody. It's okay that they got Jade. Jade's a star. It's okay they got Cody. But some people, they're like, no, I don't think this guy's going to succeed. So let's pin him as, oh, he's just an AEW talent.
Ooh, I mean, to be fair, I think, I'm going to say this nicely. I don't really come across like shitting on Bryan Pillman, but it's just some people need help, and NXT can provide the help. How's that? That felt clean. Yeah.
We got Negro Buck who says, I agree that I think he fits the WWE system. And we got another super chat donation from Will Chisholm who says, I will say I know Jade need work, but people act like she was trash in the ring. I think does okay.
I will say this, while the shift from WWE fans about Jade is jarring. I said she's a star. I always knew she was a star. The shift the other way I found to be fucking gross, and it makes me fucking sick.
I think all the discourse around Jade has been gross from these side of the AEW fans who thought, she was never that good. You had the WWE fans who would shit on her and be like, oh, we don't care, she wasn't that talented, that's why we didn't sign her the first time. Now they're like, oh yeah, she's so much better. You know, WWE's so much more of a star. She's been so much more of a star here and stuff like that. I think somewhere in the middle. I think it's better to say where the truth is.
Yes, Jade she's always been a fucking star. And now she's got more eyeballs on her. As she should. As it's not only her right, but the common sense thing to do. I can't wait to see her do something. She's great.
And we got another super chat donation from ALW saying, I think this makes 20 super chats just on GP. No, it's actually 19. We're one away. One away. Who's going to be lucky number 20? Lucky number 20.
Thank you all. What the fuck is going on? Tax season? No, it's October.
As we wind down this edition of AEWramble, let us know in the chat your match of the night, MVP, LVP, whether you gave the show a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle, and out of 10, what did you give the show in total? For me and Jimmy, let's put our thumbs in the middle here for the October 25th, 2023 edition of AEW Dynamite in 3, 2, 1. Thumbs up from the both of us. Out of 10, what did you give the show, Jimmy?
Somewhere between 7.5 and 8. We'll go 7 3/4 if that's a number. Sure.
I'm gonna go with 7. 7 out of 10 for me. I thought that the opening 30 minutes. No. You can't. That's why I let you go first. Because you always try to change up. To go one under me. No.
Because that's the proper rating.
No.
I know the rating is.
I will leave you at 7.5. I'm going 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 for the show. I thought the 30 minutes was really strong. I thought we had a really good main event, and there was good matches, but some things were just off, like the Sheeta and Ruby. Women's division in general is just like, it's like the point of no return. The Hardys party versus the Elite match didn't hit the way that it probably could have maybe a year ago. But yes, I think that there was good stuff on the show, but it wasn't like a blow away 8 out of 10 show for me.
I thought it was never boring. I am overwhelmed, Nicky boy. I don't get it.
And
it takes so.
There's number 20. There's number 20. There we go. Right there. Number 20. Trey Jones, thank you so much. Appreciate you, good brother. And then here's number 21 because we want to be legal to drink. Thank you so much, Christopher Kidd. He says, I'll be 20. This is a 4.5 show. MJF is God and devil.
It's a lot. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you, Christopher Kidd.
I
Thank
know.
you, Trey
It's very
Jones.
weird.
You guys are amazing.
Buy your
You
wife
guys are
something nice. Go fucking take your girl to the Cheesecake Factory or whatever place they find acceptable these days. Go fucking. I don't know. I appreciate it.
A lot of thumbs ups in the chat. Roxy saying match of the night, or for her main event. What was your match of the night, Jimmy? Your Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson match of the night.
Oh, main event with relative ease. Only other contender would be the opener, but I'm going with the main event.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the main event: Orange Cassidy and Okada versus the Blackpool Combat Club. Your MVP for the show, Jimmy. I'm gonna go with the guy we named the MVP after. The Maxwell Jacob Freeman Most Valuable Player goes to MJF because he's the centerpiece and the main character of the show.
Boy, you know what? This was probably the first time I really enjoyed babyface MJF. So, yeah, I'm going MJF.
I love to hear it. Yeah, you didn't even complain once about babyface MJF for an episode.
For what? For why? It's not going to change. Fuck it.
Chase saying 7.5 out of 10. We got Trey Jones who says this show was meh for me. The main event and opener was good. Big Man Dogs going high, saying 8.5 out of 10. Wasn't boring. That's for sure.
It's not boring at all. That's always a win in my book.
I feel you. Trey Jones saying 6.5 out of 10. We got the Polished Gent who says 8.75 out of 10. LVP Darby for not shaking Flair's hand and just standing in the corner awkwardly. MVP Swerve for being so charitable with his merchandise. Best match was MJF and Juice. I'm going to go. So we both got MJF for MVP. LVP, who's your Antoine Khan least valuable player?
Could go with Hangman's wife, obviously.
Hangman's wife for not locking the door. Swerve for trying to choke a baby by putting a shirt in the crib.
Ooh, I don't want to give it to the women. It just feels kind of gross.
Yeah, because it's not their fault.
Oh, yes, it's definitely their fault. You're responsible for what you do in the ring, lady.
Oh no, yeah, the match being bad.
Oh yeah.
That's their fault.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hangman's wife. Yo, Hangman's baby's wild.
Not for defending the home.
Yeah, Hangman's wife. Sorry, Charlie. Swerve. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, Swerve is my other like honorable mention for MVP. I will say
Christian has a good one.
We got Negro Bruck with a great fact here. Says this is the first. We got more super chats than we had Jimmy disclaimers. What is happening?
It's not a first. It's been like a few weeks in a row now with this shit.
Because they have competent storytelling for a consistent basis. For longer than 2 weeks, they've had confident storytelling. So Jimmy has slowed down on the disclaimer.
Yeah, there's nothing crazy to say. There's nothing crazy happening. Yeah. All right, never mind. I appreciate it. Thank you all. I know it's hard for me to take your mind. I feel like one of those reverends. Fucking run those mega churches. That's why I can never do that. I feel gross. Unlike them who just like to give me your money.
Well, we could try to get 20 or 30 on Sunday because we got a special True Heel Heat on Sunday, not on Saturday this week. I think the time start's going to probably be, you can dual screen us with the NFL games, probably like 12 or 1 is probably the time I get back to my home. But we'll dual screen with football. We'll watch the football together as we talk about the weekend wrestling. We got
Monday Night Raw. I'm about to get stumped out by the NFL. Holy shit.
We got another super chat donation from Chilling with James who says 22 for Andrew Wiggins.
Thank you, sir. The only fucking non-senior citizen on that Golden State Warriors roster.
Yes, he held it together for them. Yes. Romeo saying, "Imagine AEW without MJF." I don't want to.
He's definitely Jesus.
Yeah, after like shows like this, like I don't think there's no way like he will ever like. I think that he's very talented. I think he could be a top guy in WWE.
Anywhere.
But to be the number one guy in WWE, there's a lot of guys you got to leap over.
Is it?
Yeah.
If I put him on Raw, isn't that the top guy?
Cody's still there.
If you say so. He told me his booking's been shit. And I gotta be honest, he didn't feel like a top guy. A B-top guy, that is, rather. Well, this last week was an improvement. He got his Super Cena spot.
Yes. one leg. I'm going to go down to the ring. Make the save on my own against two guys. Jesus. We got Negro Bug saying valid SP, but I had to go with Swerve. Respect for Swerve. We got Safet saying MVP Swerve, MVP MJF, and Tony Storm. Christopher Kidd saying Jimmy with zero disclaimers today. Jesus. You're going to actually get through this episode?
Zero.
There you go, sir. All right, Jimmy. Well, let the people know where they can follow you on social media so we can get out of here with you disclaimer free.
On YouTube at Jimmy Macram. Twitter too, but kind of over it. Arguing with wrestling fans is an exhausting process. You'd be shocked how
exhausting endeavor.
Just the dumbest people ever. If wrestling fans were a race, it would be okay to be racist. Thank you.
The words and opinions of Jimmy Macram do not necessarily reflect those of True Heel Heat, its viewers, or affiliates.
Almost made it. You almost made it. You just had to plug your social media by insulting people.
You don't think I'll be nice. I'll keep it clean. I don't want to go overboard. Just saying hate crimes against wrestling fans should result in probation.
Were a race, it would be fine to be racist.
Just a little bit. Yes. No hate crimes. All you get is probation. Fuck it.
So close. We were so close. Said blew the no-hitter.
Should have took me out, coach.
He had to throw a fastball. He just had to throw his fastball.
Sorry. Not you guys. You guys are great, clearly. Jesus.
Thank you so much for today, guys. Yeah, I think this is like a record for most super chats that we've ever gotten. Definitely on this show, probably on any stream that we've done. So thank you so much, guys.
Hey, we draw numbers.
Your continued
almost
support.
Like we're the True Draw, for example.
Now you're trying to.
I'm not saying anything. We're
this guy out here in these streets.
Just point to point. I'm asking a question.
But yes, we appreciate y'all love in the chat, and the Polished Gent saying thanks again, fellas, for your consistency in bringing us this show. Every other show seems to walk on eggshells and regurgitate Meltzer's talking points. You two are so genuine. Have a great week. That's so nice. That's so nice, man. Polished Gent be killing with the comments, man. Be killing with the comments. The most raw and unfiltered AEW review show on YouTube. Follow me on the Twitter machine at True Hill SP3. Follow the game, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at True Hill Heat. Like I said before, I'll be back live on Sunday with Miss Chrissy Love for a special edition of the True Hill Heat Flagship podcast. We got an interview dropping with Blue Meanie tomorrow, and on Saturday, I don't know what they're gonna do. Maybe we'll have something for you guys, so you still have something to enjoy on the channel. But plenty of great content across True Hill Heat Sports. We got our Bound for Glory review that is up right now. Check that out as well. And our interview with Subculture, talking about their release from WWE, NXT UK, and Impact and TNA going back to the UK. So check that out as well. But for Jimmy Macram, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been AEWramble episode 117, Devil versus the Cleaner. We are signing off until next time.